I'm Kaleigh Mancha with K and Me. I'm a yoga instructor, a doula, and a mental health therapist. I often get asked what my style of yoga is, or I hear people say, yoga's not for me, I'm not flexible. And so when I hear that, automatically I define what yoga means to me and how I teach yoga. So I teach body positive yoga, which is the philosophy that all bodies, all abilities are capable of coming to their mat to practice yoga. And to me, yoga is a spiritual practice. It's an exercise of the mind so that we can prepare our bodies to be more present in the world that we live in. And when we allow ourselves to come to our mat and create that awareness, we can bring that off of our mat and experience wellness. So one of the poses that I encourage my participants to partake in, especially when we're teaching a yoga class, if there's any point that they need to rest or pause, to honor their body and where they're at, I encourage them to go into child's pose. And I sometimes get the question, is that an easy pose? No pose is easy or hard because we all have different strengths and weaknesses, different comfort levels. So with child's pose, I offer the standard position, and then I offer a modification, because modifications aren't about not being able to do the full expression of the pose. Modifications are about honoring the space in your body. And so sometimes knee injuries might impact someone's ability to do a pose, or a neck injury, and I want to be mindful of that, because yoga is uncomfortable and it challenges us to be comfortable with discomfort, but it should never be painful. And the minute it is painful and we choose to stay in that space, it's ego. And yoga is about releasing our ego so that we can find wellness. So low lunge can be a difficult pose because we store a lot of tension in our hips and our groin, especially if we sit at a desk all day. So for some participants, doing the full expression of a low lunge may be quite difficult and may be painful. So I offer alternatives so that low lunge is accessible in a way that is safe. We all come to yoga for different reasons. I came to yoga originally because I heard it was great for breathing correctly, and I wanted to have a natural birth with my daughter, so I said, hey, I'll go to yoga and I'll learn how to breathe. And I ended up doing a home practice, rented some DVDs, and then didn't return to the practice until about 5 years later when I wanted to train to run a half marathon. I couldn't even run 30 seconds, and I knew I had to learn how to breathe again. So within 3 months, I trained myself through practice of yoga and cardio, obviously, to run that half marathon. And it really empowered me to bring wellness, to bring yoga to other people who maybe didn't feel like they were represented in the yoga classes that I felt I wasn't represented in. There weren't people that looked like me teaching the class. There weren't people going to the class that were doing modifications. And I want to make sure that I create a space where whoever walks into my class, whatever they look like, whatever their abilities are, that they feel welcome, that they feel comfortable, because yoga is for everyone.